Hi, I'm Mike, the Associate Director of the Children's Museum of South Dakota, the only children's museum in the state of South Dakota. For my job, I help out in a wide variety of areas, from maintenance to classes to the cafe and exhibits, the front desk, all sorts of things. But I'm part of the leadership team, so we help make decisions for the whole museum. But the main focus of my jobs is on operations, and the fun part, the exhibits. Our museum is different than a lot of other museums where we want you to touch things and play with things and move them around rather than just to look. And our museum has over 5,000 loose parts that we want you to pick up and move around and make your own experience. I'm actually sitting on one of our most popular exhibits called our Cloud Climber, where guests can climb on these panels and safely climb all the way up to the ceiling. My job as the Associate Director is part of the leadership team. We work together to help make decisions to make the museum an even better place. The museum is located in Brookings, South Dakota, near downtown, in an old elementary school building. I actually got to go to school here in kindergarten through 5th grade when it was a school. The museum opened 10 years ago in 2010, and in that time we've welcomed 1 million guests to have fun and play here in our building. Before I came to the museum, I was an elementary teacher. I taught 3rd grade and 5th grade, but I was excited about the challenge of working at a children's museum and using what I learned and what I knew about how children learn to help make the museum a better place. I still really enjoy it when my museum job allows me opportunities to work with students, whether that's at their school or here at the museum. I don't usually have a typical day at the office, as each day presents fun and challenging tasks. But for the most part, I do spend some of my day at my computer doing important but not always exciting things like managing contracts or writing policies and procedures. I also spend some of my day meeting with other adults, might be workers from our museum, might be members of our community, or it might be employees from other museums to try to get some of their ideas. I also try to spend some time with kids when I can, either showing them some of our museum fossils or getting their feedback on some of our new museum ideas to see what's going to work best. And then I try to spend some time down in our museum exhibits, down on the floor, watching how guests play and learn so that we can see how we can make the museum even better. One of my favorite parts about my job is that every day is different, and I get to work to solve problems that come up. That lets me use my quick thinking and problem solving skills. When we run into a problem, the first thing I do is try to gather as much information as I can. I ask a lot of questions of the people that have seen the problem to get their perspectives, and I also ask them what they think the solutions might be, so that we can get different perspectives on that. It typically works best if I try not to solve the problem all on my own, as I like when getting feedback from people who think differently than I do, and we usually come up with a better solution that way. And then once we find that solution, then part of my job is to communicate that clearly to everybody involved so that we're all on the same page and then can implement the changes to solve it. I feel like I have a strong work ethic that helps me do my job well. When things come up at the museum, my coworkers know that they can depend on me to help solve the problem and help in any way possible. Sometimes those problems come up on the nights and the weekends, so I need to be flexible in order to solve it as soon as I can. So that's a little bit about me and my job as the Associate Director of the Children's Museum of South Dakota. It certainly is a playful and fun place to work.